Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. Oh, you know how I'm always looking out my back window? And so I'm looking out there, and there's two turkeys with their little babies out there. So cute. All right, sorry about that. I always have to tell you what's going on back there and what I see, like when I saw the bobcat. So today it's a little turkey family out there today. So cute. All right. Where were we? This may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does resonate. And if it does not, leave what does not resonate. All right. So we're going to get some romance angel cards. And then we're going to get some tarot. We're going to get some clarifiers and close out with an oracle. We're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with. We're going to look at current energies or what you need to look at. And then we're going to look at future energies. All right, so we're going to use the romance angel to see what is Capricorn struggling with. Okay, separation. You're struggling with separation. What is Capricorn current energy, and what does Capricorn have to look at? Past life relationship. You have known each other before. And future energies. You deserve love. All right. So what you're struggling with is separation. So there could be somebody that you had a relationship with, or you guys are in separation now, or maybe you guys broke up, or maybe you're single and you're feeling like, you know, you haven't found that person, that you haven't connected yet, and you're like, why is that happening? So for current energies, we have past life relationship. So it could be that if you just broke up with someone, or there was, you know, someone that you're thinking about that you're not in connection with right now, that you felt this strong pull to them, that maybe you had known this person in a past life, and that maybe you had had a deeper connection in a life from before, and maybe that's why you're struggling with this separation, is you're like, oh, I keep thinking about this person, I keep thinking about this person. But it could be that in a past life that you had that connection, and you're finding it hard to let go of that person. And then the future energy is that you have to realize that even though you're in separation with this person, is that you deserve love, right? You have to stay positive, even though things may not be working out the way that you want them to, or they're not happening the way that you want them to. That is that you still have to believe that you deserve love. And that there is a reason why this happened. You may not be able to see this if you're in separation with this person. Or if you're single and you haven't met anyone yet, that when you do meet this person, that you're going to feel a strong connection because you've known each other in a past life, and you realize that, yes, I do deserve love, that I was waiting for the right person to come in, that I wasn't going to accept less than what I deserve. All right, so let's get some tarot. We have Six of Pentacles. All right. We have Seven of Cups. And we have the Empress. I feel like the separation, part of the reason why you have this separation, or you're waiting for this person to come in, or you've had this separation from this person, is because you need to learn. You need to grow. You need to expand. You need to... I feel like it's something that is, you know, one of those learning lessons in life. Sometimes, you know, they're harder and we struggle more with those. And I feel like it's almost like that's how you have to look at it, is that this is a learning and a growing experience, even though when you're going through it, you're not really feeling that way. Current energies, we have this Nine of Cups, right? This Nine of Cups is positive energy. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. I almost feel like you're holding yourself back because you're being stuck in this separation energy. That you're kind of this person, either that you're waiting to come in or that you are separated from, that you are spending a lot of energy on that, and you're stopping your Nine of Cups from coming in. If we're in a relationship that we know we're not happy, that we know is not fulfilling, if we know that is not really the right relationship. If we're in a relationship, I feel, this is my feeling, it's only my opinion. I feel that the longer that we're in those relationships, or the longer we're focusing on a relationship, if we're not actually in it, or we're focusing on a relationship that we're trying to get back but we know isn't right for us, or we know isn't going to happen, that we're losing that opportunity to find the right relationship, to find the relationship that will work for us, to find the relationship that will help us grow and to help us evolve and be the relationship that we really want, to be that Nine of Cups relationship. And I feel like we're stopping ourselves from achieving that, right? With the Eight of Swords here, we're stopping ourselves from that because we're focusing on this back here, and that's stopping us. And it's also stopping, if you're in a relationship that you're not happy, it's stopping that other person from finding their person too. I don't feel like, obviously with a separation, I don't feel that you are in a relationship with someone, or it could, maybe you are in a relationship with someone, but you're having that mental separation, right? That you're together with someone, but you just feel like it's a roommate, like there's no connection between the two of you. You feel that, there's this major disconnect. And maybe you're questioning the relationship and you're like, what should I do? And I feel like that being in this energy over here, the separation energy, and focusing on this, or being frustrated that you haven't found your person yet, is that it's stopping this new person from coming in, this good relationship coming in, because you're focusing on the negative. We have the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is something that you need to work on, that yes, I deserve love. I deserve the best relationship. I deserve a healthy relationship, right? And moving towards that. And that's something that sometimes, if we're so used to toxic relationships and bad relationships and being treated poorly, it's almost like we get used to that. And it takes us some work and some time to turn that around, and that negativity is still in the background, but we're moving forward towards and getting away from that. And that's something that you have to work on, something that you have to focus on. It's like you have to catch yourself, right? You have to catch yourself when you start going to the negative and saying, oh, I don't deserve love, or this is what I deserve is these bad relationships, or being in that negative, that you have to catch yourself with that, and you have to stop that thinking. Because that's what's holding you back. You have to catch yourself and say, no, I deserve love. I deserve the best. I deserve a partnership. I deserve the Ten of Pentacles. And that's where I want to go. That's where I want to be. That's what I want to have. That's what I'm fighting for. So an opportunity is coming in for you to see this energy, for you to there could be an opportunity for you to see, yep, I've got to close the door on this energy that I'm struggling with back here, this separation energy, and that I have to let that go, and I have to start focusing on my Nine of Cups, and I have to start focusing on the positive energy, and I have to start focusing on, I deserve love, I deserve the Ten of Pentacles, I deserve good things to come into my life. And I feel like it's asking yourself, if you're focusing on the separation, whatever that may represent, if it's somebody that you broke up with or a past relationship, like, why are you focusing on that? Why do you feel that you need to be in that energy? I do know that for me, that I felt before I felt that my safe space was feeling sad, feeling lonely, being around toxic people, feeling like I was less than, and that was kind of my safe space, which I know sounds crazy, but some of you will probably understand that. But I felt like that's where I was always trying to get myself back to, because that's what I was used to for so long. And having to bust out of that and say, no, that's not what I deserve. That's not how I want to feel. That's not what I want to focus on, these relationships that were toxic. And why am I trying to go back to these people, right? Why is it when they, send me that message and I want to go back to those people, why am I, jumping at that chance to go back to that? And it took some time to realize, yeah, I'm not going back to that. That's not the energy that I want to be in, that I want to be in positive energy. I want to be in good energy. I want to have positive relationships. And it's switching that mode of thinking of, okay, my safe space was being in the negative, but now my safe space is going to be in the positive. All right. Two of Cups, the relationship. So definitely a relationship. I feel that, you know, there is that separation, but I feel like it's something that you're focusing on, and I feel like it's looking at it from a different perspective, saying, okay, that relationship didn't work out because I deserve better, because I deserve more, because I deserve something that is more fulfilling, right? That it has more of a connection. And ready to get down to it and walk away from that energy, walking away from those thoughts that keep circling in the head and keep bringing up that old, you know, relationship and trying to get back to that. If it didn't work, why didn't it work? Right? And why do I keep focusing on it, and why do I want to bring that in? And looking at those emotions and that feelings and questioning yourself is, why do I keep putting myself in that energy? Am I self-sabotaging myself, right? Sometimes that's definitely what I used to do, is I would self-sabotage myself and do things to distract myself or put myself back in that energy. And it's like, why am I doing that? I have to look out for myself. Like, come on, self. Pick better. It's exhausting and it's tiring and it can become overwhelming, but once you start to get into that energy of focusing on the positive and what you deserve, right? And focusing on the good things and the Ten of Cups, that it starts to turn and it starts to change. Oh, how did that get in there? King of Pentacles from the Alice in Wonderland deck. He got in there, so he wanted to come out, right? Two King of Pentacles here. And the King of Pentacles is somebody who's a hard worker, right? It's going to take some time to work on this, to change this, to, you know, be aware of that subconscious words and those phrases that are coming out and that have to be changed and have to be stopped and have to be changed, right? The Queen of Wands, coming into that power of that Queen of Wands, who's not going to accept less than, right? Being strong, being powerful. She's got two dragons on her shoulders, and she has that determined look, and coming into that power, right? And saying, I'm not going to focus on this negative, toxic relationship that didn't work out, because there was a reason for that. And I'm going to turn that around and I'm going to say, okay, there's some really great things coming in for me, right? This Ace of Cups. There's a really beautiful, good relationship that's coming in for me. Maybe now I need that time to myself to work on myself, to reiterate to myself that I deserve love, that I deserve a good, beautiful, strong relationship, turning those thoughts around, right? That's important. Coming out of the shadows, being true to yourself, not being deceptive to yourself, and saying that I don't deserve love. Coming out and standing in front of the mirror and saying, yes, I do deserve love. Taking down those old insecurities and those old thoughts of going back to toxic relationships and rebuilding yourself stronger. You have to build your own foundation stronger. You have to be clear about what you deserve and what you want, and to focus on that and work towards that, right? I feel like there's this, the Tower is getting rid of that deception, right? Getting rid of the Nine of Swords, not being in that energy, not having that cloud. I feel that cloud above your head, right? That's following you around, that's lingering, and then putting that smile on your face. I love this card with her smile. And saying, okay, I'm going to focus on the positive, and I'm going to move on from here with that positive energy. All right? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And that is those rewards for that good hard work that you've been doing, and you start to see those and you start to feel that, and you're like, that's the energy that I want to embrace. That's the energy that I want to be in. That's what I have to remind myself when I get into the Seven of Swords, when I get into the Moon, when I get into the Nine of Swords, when I start thinking of the negative, catch myself and pull myself out. Why do I keep going back to this relationship? I don't want to do that. I deserve love. I deserve a good, positive relationship. Sometimes we do have these past life relationships with people that we've maybe known in our past. It doesn't mean it has to be something positive. It doesn't mean it has to be something negative, but there could be that feeling that you feel that connection to that person. But maybe it's a test for you to see in this lifetime if you can move on from that energy. That's what I feel. I feel like sometimes, you know, those people may come back in to test us and to see, okay, are we going to fall back into that energy, or is it time to move on from that? Are we stopping ourselves from our Nine of Cups? Are we holding ourselves back from that good energy? All right, bottom of the deck, awakening. I love it. Awakening, renewal, revival. I feel like that's you. I feel like that's you in this reading. Open your eyes to what is trying to be shown to you. Open your eyes to this cloud that may be around you, that you have to stop that negative thinking, that you just have to put a stop to that, and you have to focus on the positive. And I know that it's hard. It's not the easiest thing. It's easier said than done. But even if you just do it a little bit, right, and you start to make it that habit, it's something that you build on, that would be a big help. And if it's, sometimes we have to make those hard decisions. If there's that person that keeps coming back in, it's like, okay, do I need to block that person's number so that I'm not even tempted? Or sometimes we have to go back to that person so many times until we're so beat down that we're just like, okay, I just can't anymore. And it's like, I've got to make some changes. And what are those changes? Do I have to block that person's number and not communicate with that person anymore? Or do I have to, focus on other things that I'm not thinking about that person all the time? I definitely feel like the Queen of Wands is somebody who's very busy. So if you have that busy work that if you're just sitting there on the couch and you're just laying in bed and you're thinking about that person in the relationship, then you get yourself back into that energy. But if you're keeping busy, then you're not focusing on that, right? You're not. And if you can keep yourself busy so you're not focusing on that, but then the thoughts that when they do come in, you're focusing on something positive and something that you want, then you're starting to switch that mode of thinking over. And if that's what helps you to get into that you deserve love and that judgment energy where you're seeing things differently. All right, let's get an animal oracle and close out with that. All right, animal oracle to close out this reading. What animal oracle do we have to close out for this reading? Hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide, right? See those signs around you. I feel like there's signs around you. I feel like that's again with this judgment card. I feel like those two are kind of the same as seeing those signs around you. Just like we started this reading with the turkey family in the backyard there. So that could, I feel like maybe it's trying to say, look around you to see those signs that may help click, right? That may help you change that focus. Change that direction, right? Change that thought process. And I think it's really cool is that when I see things like that, I'll research, on the internet and see, okay, like what does that mean? Because I've seen eagle, I've seen bluebirds, I've seen the bobcat. We've had the turtle that's gone across back here. We just had the turkey family. There was a mourning dove a few times that keeps visiting my my patio. I just feel like those are those little things, those encouragements to tell you that you're on the right path and for you to keep going. And it's that positive energy, and that's what you have to open your eyes to see. And I feel like for some of you, with me starting with the turkey, and that's pretty cool, let spirit be your guide, we're ending with that. I think that's pretty cool. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.